Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's Plan With Me. This is for the week of June 10th through the 16th. This is also the week of Father's Day. I am using this kit from LYNNERDESIGNS called Carnival Fun. If you did not know, my theme for June is like carnivals. So I also PR for Lynn, so you can use Carlea15 to save, or if she's having sale, just put my name in the seller and you'll get my freebie. But that was a kit. I am using the icon add-on as well as the bears in Q1 from my shop in like a minty green color, and Q3 bestseller in like a yellow color. Then the foil I'm using is a bunch of stuff that I probably won't use, but it's this sparkly pink, like Old Wiggle. I'm not gonna use those. I'll use the date numbers there. I'll use these overlays. There's like a bunch of them. And then the scripts I'm not going to use. And then the underlays I'm using are a printable from Planner Pixie Co. And it's in like a coral color. I obviously foiled it myself. So, yeah. As usual, I'm going to lay down the base in the boxes. And then I will see you in the day by day.
Show me loving. I need your loving. 'Cause I'm drowning in something and I can't come out. Just show me loving. I need your loving. Me, myself, ain't enough. It's like being hooked up to a crushing heart. I want you to know how bad it hurts. If you keep it beside along my heart. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Hold me, lover. I need you, lover. 'Cause I'm falling in too quickly and I can't break free. Just hold me, lover. I need you, lover. Me and myself ain't enough. It's like being alone in a crashing car. I need you to know how bad it hurts. Hearing the sound of my broken heart. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do.
Now it's time for the day by day. I have orange hands because I just self-tanned yesterday, so I think my palm is more orange than up here, and then I have like a tan line, but it is what it is. So for this week, I used the June font of the month, which when this goes up, it will still be in shop for like 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, yeah. So grab that while you can. So I just marked June up here, and then on the sidebar I used this little Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to mark that it was Father's Day. And then on Monday, the first thing I marked is that it was work, that I worked. I have no idea why I just said that, but that little cute carnival icon is from my shop. And then I was stressed because my paper is not the same freaking paper. They like sent me like matte paper. It's not as glossy as my old paper. So when I did it on the print setting that I usually do, it warped like colors. So I found a setting that works for this paper. I hope that my next order is like the same sheen, but this is from Sweetest Paper, I believe. And then I did mark watching Vanderpump, which I did finish watching Vanderpump this week. But that Peacock TV is from my shop. And then I marked that I pulled stickers. So I used this sticker icon from my shop, and I did submit my customs, so like I get exclusive art every month, and I submitted that. This bear on laptop is from my shop, and then I marked watching the Vampire Diaries with this Whimsy character, like couple character. And we did finish the Vampire Diaries on this night, so on Tuesday. But on Tuesday, the first thing I marked is that I cuddled with Mila in the morning. So this little, I think it's like Munchkin, like Emily Munchkin, like All Girl Plans. I think her name used to be like Emily Catherine Plans, maybe, if I'm probably making that up. But I have them, so I was going to use them for cuddling. The sloth is Amelia. But then I marked working the same way I do all week. Same with Vanderpump. I don't think I finished it yet. No, I didn't finish it until Saturday. But I also marked cleaning with the spray bottle, which is from the Icon add-on from LYNNERDESIGNS. And then we went on a random drive because we've been doing that a lot. Since there's no reason for me to really leave, I don't like grocery shop or anything. I do that all online. Honestly, anytime I walk into a store, I spend like $200+. So it makes it easier for me to save money if I'm not walking into a store. So I do everything online. But this car is from my shop. And then random drive, I did mark that I was in my feelings with this crying bear from my shop. And Joe and I watched the Vampire Diaries. I'm gonna cut this. So we have, this is the night that we finished watching the Vampire Diaries. And then we moved on to Buffy, which I will always give a show one season for me to make my choice, but like make the decision if we were gonna, or I will continue watching it. Like Shameless, I only watched season 1, and I did watch a little bit of season 2, but I can't get on board with it. So Buffy, we watched it throughout this week, but I didn't like it a lot. I don't know. It was a little cheesy for me, which obviously it's a 90s show, so the cheese factor is going to be there. But I use this little Munchkin couple from the Just Kidding, One Storm with Love to mark that. And then on Wednesday, the first thing I marked is we got a new microwave. I used an air fryer icon from my shop because I don't have microwave icons. I have Tovolo ovens in my shop, which is like a toaster oven, but I don't have any personally. Anyway, we, just got a new fridge recently, and then our microwave was like, the door, it wasn't registering if the door was open or closed. So you could literally start the microwave with the door open. They did just end up replacing it, which is nice. But marked working after that. And I did finish listening to Fourth Wing, which was a good book. But I used this rating bear from my shop to mark that. We got groceries this day. So I used this Walmart bag from my shop to mark that. And watched Vanderpump, of course. And then I was in my feelings again. So I used the crying bear again. Most of the time I don't remember what I'm in my feelings about. But I'm in my feelings a lot. And then we watched Buffy. I will say I did not mark having a mental breakdown on Wednesday, finally, but that was the first half of the week. And then for the second half, the first thing that I marked on Thursday was that I started my period. I did actually take Thursday and Friday off this week, like this past week that I'm planning. Not this current week, but that's from Once More With Love. And then I marked that I styled my hair with this girl from Stick With The Plan Co. And then the kids, Joe and I, went geocaching. So I use this card to mark that from the icon add-on. If you don't know what that is, it's basically these like location things. We found, I think, 3. And it's like an app. You can get the app. And you go and find them in these locations. And then you write your name on like a logbook. And like the date that you found it or whatever. Basically, it's just like kind of like a scavenger hunt. There are ones that you can like leave something and then take something, but we didn't bring anything to leave. And there was one that we found that was bigger, but the kids basically just looked at the stuff. We didn't actually take anything. But yeah, we did that. The kids really enjoyed it. I think we're gonna do more of it at some point. But came home and watched Vanderpump. And then, oh god, I just ripped that. I will try to put it back together. But while watching Vanderpump, it was on season 11, and they were talking a lot about the podcast that Rachel did. So I was like, I'm going to pause Vanderpump and I'm going to go listen to this podcast. It was a 3-part podcast with Bethany Frankel, which, listening to Bethany talk, it made me want to watch Real Housewives of New York. So save that for later on this week. But I did sit outside and just listen to the podcast. It's very interesting, actually. I don't want to like excuse, if you've watched Vanderpump, I don't want to like excuse Rachel's actions because she's not well in the head, but like it was interesting to listen to like that, like her view of it, I guess. Anywho, I used the Squidge family to mark that we played Cards Against Humanity. It's like my kids' favorite game to play until I introduced them to a different game this coming weekend. And then after that, Joe and I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then on Friday, the first thing that I marked is that I slept in. I just really needed to sleep. I don't know. I probably slept until like 10. Every morning I sleep until like 8 or 9. So when I mark sleeping in, it's probably until 10. But I did mark getting ready, and this is from the icon add-on. This bear is from my shop. That's from the icon add-on. And then I did mark that we went to Jude's appointment. So for the past few weeks, we'd gone to appointments to test him for autism officially. And we went to this one. This was like the results appointment. So these are both from the Coffee Monsters Co. And we did get an official autism diagnosis. It used to go by like high functioning and low functioning, but now it's like levels. There's like 2 different parts. He is level 2 on one part and then like level 1 on another. So it is pretty much high functioning autism, but it's so nice to have this diagnosis. When we were in New York, they never brought it up. They never even brought up a behavioral IEP, even though his behaviors were really big. They, I think, just like wrote us off as bad parents, and we don't like parent our kids, but we do. So it's really refreshing to come to a new state for one, and then like the city we live in is an actual city. There's a lot of people in it. It's not just like a village, because we lived in a village. It'll be that because we don't have a village, but we lived in a village back in New York, and now we live in a city. And it's just really nice that they like took the time to care about him versus taking the time to judge us. So it's not anything that obviously changes anything. I'm not sad about it. I'm more so like looking forward to the future with him, with it. Telling him was, we had to tell him twice, which we also had to tell him our dog died twice back in September. So it's not like unusual for us to have to tell him twice. But the second time that we told him, we like looked up a bunch of people that have autism, like Albert Einstein and Bill Gates, and like a bunch of these people. Lionel Messi has autism too, apparently. So he was like really excited about it. But again, it doesn't change anything for us other than he gets more help for the things that he needs. So he's still in therapy. I don't know if we'll ever, like, I'm sure autism parents know ABA, I think it is, that therapy. I don't think that we'll do that quite yet. So, however, I did laundry when I got home. And then I did FaceTime my friend Gina for like the first time in like 4 years. She literally called me and she was like, feels like it's 2020 again, because we used to FaceTime all the time. But this little cell phone bears from my shop. And then I watched Vanderpump. And we finished the day by watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. On to Saturday. The first thing that I marked was that I did some designing. And I used this iPad from Fox and Cactus. And then I did do Father's Day cards with the kids. They spent a lot more time on his card than mine. Like, I'm not saying I'm salty about it, but I'm also a little salty about it. However, I do stay in the house. Joe leaves the house, so I can see why. But that's from Papershire. Then I did watch Vanderpump. And I did more laundry because I really sucked at doing it the day before. So that laundry basket's from the Icon add-on. I started watching Real Housewives of New York this day because I finished Vanderpump. And then Jude was asking for ideas on Minecraft. And I said, why don't you build me a house with pigs in it? I thought he was going to build me a pink house with some pigs in it. He literally built me a house that looked like a pig with a tail and everything. Had pigs outside and then had a pig inside named Chew Bacon. So I had to mark that Jude built me a pig house. And that's from SBC. Steve. And then Joe and I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. On Sunday, the first thing I marked is that it was Father's Day. So that's from the Coffee Monsters Co. And then Joe opened his gifts, which were Pokemon themed, so I had to use a Pokemon like a Pokeball to mark that. I watched Real Housewives of New York. It was pretty low-key. Father's Day was actually really bad, but not like bad. That TV's from the Icon add-on, and then we did open Pokemon cards. So I used this Sylveon. I just drew a blank on that. That's my favorite evolution. But that is from the Fox and Cactus. And then I marked that I was anxious because we just got new neighbors in this week on Friday. Friday night at midnight, they were moving and stuff. Midnight's like when we go to bed, so we're like up here. And we heard just like thumping and like they're just moving stuff in. So it eventually like stops or we fall asleep or something. And then Saturday, they had stuff like a big ass U-Haul truck moving stuff during the day, which obviously is fine. And then it pulls back up at like 12 o'clock, 12:30. Like 12:30 is not the time to be moving in. So there was a bunch of bumping around next door. And then Sunday, I don't even know how many people live there, who lives there. Like, I don't even know what car. There's always like a different car in the driveway. We have garages too, so I can't actually see like into the garage. So I don't know if there's like a car in the garage all the time or what, but like there's different cars in the driveway. And Sunday, they decided to blast their music and they have like bass. I cannot stand people who think that they need a sound system, that like bass is cool. Like, who likes to listen to vibration, listen to the music? I love lyrics. I can literally get on with somebody blasting some music I know next door. Like, I don't care. That's fine. I cannot be on board with straight up vibration. It's, for me, I don't like loud sounds. It triggers something in me with my anxiety. It makes me go into fight or flight. So to listen to that constantly, it was ongoing for 4 hours on Father's Day. We literally like left and came back and it was still going. So my anxiety was really bad on Father's Day because it was just like, no matter where you were in the house, you could hear it because it was up against like our wall, like the shared wall. I live in a 2-people townhouse, like a 2-family townhouse. So like there's next door and then there's me. And then that's it. We share a unit. So my anxiety was sky high, not good. They did eventually turn it off and leave. Little sneak preview to Monday on this next week. They did it again for 4.5 hours from 5:30 till 10 and then decided to be like building shit. Like it's on like drywall nails being nailed into our wall until 11:30. Like our kids stayed up late both these days because they just were nonstop playing music and like my anxiety is so bad. I'm getting ahead of myself because on Monday I had literally a mental fucking breakdown. Like I was questioning everything. However, we had Jimmy John's for dinner and that is from the Icon add-on. And then I FaceTimed Gina again. So same thing, different day. And then this night we actually decided to play heads up with the kids. Some of the ones that I have though, they're not easy for kids. So Joe and I did play like the Friends ones after they went to bed. But yeah, that was my week. I'm gonna throw it in my planner and then I'll be right back. Here's the finished spread. I'm going to flip through everything that's left of this kit. Also, my nail, I bent it earlier. I just did my nails yesterday and they're so long. But it probably looks funky. Yeah. That is it for this week's Play With Me. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you next time. Bye.